of artists, works of writers. In the digital age, it's also encompassing those who write online, bloggers, Facebookers, those who tweet. They produce works that can be copyrighted.
As producers of content, intellectual property in form of books, charts, magazines, cards, mainly for education, copyright law helps us to protect this content, our content, the rights of our content, against pirates and people who plagiarize. The rights of our content benefit from it, against pirates and people who plagiarize. The rights of our content benefit from it, against pirates and people who plagiarize. The rights rely on the copyright law to help us remain in an environment that is well protected against thieves of content material.
As a musician and a lawyer, of course, copyright law is very important. As a musician, of course, I have a lot of property to protect. And as a lawyer, copyright is one of the fields that I have at most interest.
It is very important because it's like other laws, it guides the operations between writers and publishers, and even between writers themselves. It enables us to understand our relationships. So it is very important. Where there might be a challenge is its implementation, its whether it has been operationalized or how it is being operationalized.
The biggest challenge has always been enforcement. To enforce it is very, very difficult because we have to enforce it through the laws, through the courts and other agencies of government. And the government is not appropriately equipped to enforce it. The publishers are few. We trade in a very wide territory, the whole country, actually the whole region. So when pirates of books encroach on these rights of ours, and they are in different parts of the country, it's sometimes very difficult to locate them. And even when we locate them, to prosecute them successfully and to recover what would have lost. So that's a very big challenge.
What is infringement in relation to copyright law? Copyright law gives you a right, an exclusive right to earn from your creations, an exclusive right to distribute, to license from your creation. So an infringement is basically an interference with that right. So anything that is done inconsistent with existing rights is considered prima facie an infringement. Of course, there may be defenses and what have you, but prima facie on the face of it is that they've interfered with your rights and you're entitled to legal recourse.
I've been creating works for so many years, for decades I would say, and many times, of course, growing up in this environment, conventionally in Uganda, only land is respected as property. Of course, there are a few changes where personal property has also started being respected, but then a sector of personal property, which we now call intellectual property, where I personally, as a musician, have been creating works. Of course, many times, you find even on the street somebody is trying to sell your music to you. You go on Amazon and people are already posted your work there. So it's not even a question of ever falling victim. I'm still a victim.
I'd like to bring it to the attention of whoever is watching us that America, the biggest economy in the world, their biggest earners are movies, music, and software. Now, these are creations of the mind that are subject to copyright protection. Now, Uganda is not anywhere near the biggest economy in the world. It's about maybe number 12 or 13 biggest economy in Africa. But that divide can be bridged, and can only be bridged if we make conscious effort. I always tell people that whoever fails to prepare fails to what? Whoever fails to prepare prepares to fail. Now, we are making preparations not to fail, but to get to a position that we want to get to. So, creations of the mind, copyright, the knowledge economy is the way to go. Thank you for your time and attention.